step is to enter the opening balances of each of the ledgers. Before moving into this, you should know the normal balances of each of these accounts. Purchasers account has a normal balance of debit. Alan trade payable account has a normal balance of credit. Mary trade payable account has a normal balance of credit. And last, purchasers returns account has a normal balance of credit. Now, you're clear which side to enter each of these balances. So first, let's enter the purchasers account balance 15,000 on the debit side. So let's move to the purchasers account. On the debit side, the year beginning date 1106 and in the detail column as well brought down, and the value is 15,000. Now let's move on to the next one. Alan trade payable account 2,500 credit. So you move to the purchaser's ledger. To Alan's account, on the credit side, you write 2,500. So let's move into Alan's account. And on the credit side, on the purchaser's ledger in Alan's account, as 1106. That is brought down. What is the value? It's 2,500. So let's enter 2,500. Then the next is to enter the Mary's opening balance. That brought down on the credit side. The value is 1,200 credit. So let's enter it on the credit side as 1,200. And next is the purchaser's returns account worth of 3,000 on the credit side. So move to purchaser's returns on the credit side as 1/1/2006 as Bell brought down. And the amount is 3,000. So this would be the first step to complete. Okay. Once we are done with the opening balances, now let's transfer all the information of the double entry. As we identified before, the double entry for credit purchasers would be purchasers account debit 4,175, Alan account credit 1,800, Mary TP account credit 2,375. So let's move into the purchasers account, and in the purchasers account on the debit side, the month end date, and in the detail column you would write total trade payables. And the value of the credit purchasers 4,175. 4,175. Now you move to the trade payable account. Alan account, it says Alan TP credit 1,800. You go to Alan account, end of month date, and you write here credit purchasers, and you enter the value worth of 1,800. Whereas in Mary's account on the credit side, 31/1/06, credit purchasers, and the value of credit purchasers would be 2,375. 2,375. Okay. Now the next is the double entry for purchasers returns. So Alan account debit, Mary account debit, purchasers returns credit. Let's move into Alan's account. On the debit side, again it would be the month end date, and you would write here purchasers returns. And what is the value of purchase returns? The value of purchase returns for Alan would be 360. So let's debit 360 in Alan's account. And then in Mary's account, You need to debit by the same date as purchase returns, and the value would be 95. Now, you move to purchases returns account. The date would be 31st 1/06 as total trade payables, and the total purchase returns would be 455. Now we are done with that. Now we need to see the double entry for the payments made by the firm to the trade payables. So here I have shown an example. Okay. It says on 20th we have made a payment to Mary. The outstanding which was on 1106 by check with a cash discount of 5%. So the opening balance at the beginning of the year was 1,200. The bank